We've got something brand new for you on the channel this morning. Are you ready?
I'm ready!
We're at a store called Arizona RV Salvage. This is basically a pull-aparts place for RVs, motorhomes, campers, etc., etc. Now, is this place gonna have the stuff we need? We need ladders, we need windows, we need fans. It's one question as to whether or not they're gonna have a lot of that stuff. It's another question as to how much it's gonna cost, and if this is even a store we need to frequent to find all the parts we need. Fact-finding mission, that's how we're starting today. Stick around, it's gonna be fun. Let's go. Hey, doggo. You like you?
We're friends.
Best friends. He's old, Puppo. Okay, bye. Here are some air conditioner units. They're about half off of what they would be new, roughly. $585. It's just pretty intimidating because it's pretty complicated to wire up. This one looks pretty good. Just completely random, you know?
Yeah.
A couple RV ladders here, and this is kind of what I was afraid of. This exact style and size ladder on Amazon is $100, and they want $125 for it. And I mean, I understand that if this is specifically to a specific model, you're paying a much higher premium for it. But I really wanted to roll out with a ladder for pretty cheap, but it's not gonna be that one. But this would be a pretty good fit. It loops over the roof. It would make your profile on top of your van taller, but gives you a lot more to hang on to. Oh, hey. So it was kind of what I feared it was going to be. You know, last week we went to like a rehome store and some other stores that had like kitchen sinks and just home building supplies, but at discounted prices. But the prices weren't really discounted at some of the stores. They were like 25% off. You know, I'm looking for a junk shop. I'd love to go to a store like this that just has fields full of RVs. That's a true pull-apart store that you can go rip whatever you want off of. They have a yard of RVs and stuff here, but you can't go back there right now. I don't know if that's a COVID thing or if it's like there's not adequate people working right now to supervise you, because not only did we walk in, they're like, listen, you can't go back in the yard right now. We were like, oh, okay. But several people walked in after we did, and he shouted at all of them, hey, you can't go in the yard right now. Maybe we'll call back later and ask if there's something different going on, because I would like to go see some more options. But like, there was 2 ladders in there, and they were, and I said, how much for the small one? He said, oh, I don't know, 125. And I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna go, bro, it's $98 on Amazon. I mean, it's convenience fee. If I had to have one right now, I'd pay the 120. It was not a bad price. It just, I want to find an RV pull apart place that's just piles of junk, or go rip it off yourself, and it's $30, or you know what I mean? Because there was a bunch of windows in there that were missing pieces and were still hundreds of dollars. So we didn't find anything for right now, but that's okay. We're gonna try to find some more places not unlike this and go to them, both here in town and on our travels. This is just the first one that came up, so that was it. Let's keep moving. All right, stop number 2, State Trailer RV and Outdoor Supply. We're just hitting up nearby stores that have RV stuff, seeing what's going on. I've messaged some people on OfferUp that have some RV ladders that I'd like to pick up. You know how OfferUp goes. Maybe they'll message me back today. Maybe they'll message me back in 2 months. it be like that sometimes. But I honestly don't know what like a stock RV ladder price looks like in a regular RV store. So let's go look around. You ready?
Let's do it.
Bread truck. Bread truck's gonna be a camper. I'm not saying anything that I specifically need to buy at this exact moment, but it's really cool to know this store is here because there's a bunch of RV related stores on the other side of town where we live. We're pretty far from home right now. They're all pretty cool and they have stuff, but this is the first one I've been to that is just like, it's like straight RV supplies, rows of everything. Any lid for any fan you need, multiple choices for fans. It's pretty cool. I'm really happy to see this. Some brand new windows, and I mean spanking new. Is that a term? Spanking new? Brand spanking new.
Brand spanking new.
They're pretty cheap, you know, 80 bucks a piece, 96 bucks a piece, and that's almost exactly what I want for the back, for like bedside windows. Just as cheap as the pull aparts place was.
Yeah.
That place is expensive. Yeah. We gotta get us some of these. So I'm sitting here looking at all this, and the oh shit handle on your side of the van is like something big and ridiculous, like these, and it's ridiculous. I want to get one for both sides that matches, and they've got a bunch of plastic cheap options that I kind of don't. I like that this will cover up the screws. Like that's kind of the idea here with these.
Yeah.
That like you'll screw it in and close the door.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think these right here kind of fit our van more.
They do.
I think we'll throw one of those on each side.
Yeah, they're cute.
And $10 a piece ain't bad.
No?
And that'll hold up to some real oh shitting. You know what I mean?
Some heavy poops.
Wow.
That's what it sounds like you were saying.
All right, well that's the suppliest store that we've been in RV related, so it's good to know. We'll definitely have to come back here for like the specific fittings and stuff for RV grade piping and ducting and all that. It's just they've got it all. This next store that we're going to is called Camping World. RV sales, RV service, RV parts, accessories, RV towing, etc., etc. Look at this camper right here in the parking lot. Perfect size ladder for me. Need to find me one of those. But this is one of those fancier, much more specific type stores. Gonna go in here and see if it's a place we need to frequent or not. If they've got the kind of thing we need. I imagine this is gonna be all new fancy stuff, but we'll see. I'm still happy with my purchase at the last stop. They have them here too, but they've also got them in black. And I kind of wondered if black would be better, but kind of like how those will stand out.
I think they look more retro.
Now there's a real one. That's for some serious grabbing right there. Some people, instead of attaching permanent ladders to the outside of their RV or conversion, will just keep one of these in storage inside their van, an extendable ladder. I don't want that. I don't want to get it out. I want a permanent one. But also, I vastly exceed the weight limit on one of those. One thing we're definitely going to buy while we're here, some butyl tape. If you don't know what this is, it is a magical substance. It's almost like a clay, and you mold it into, like, you have a roof vent, you put it on the lips of the vent before you screw it down, and then you screw through it. Creates a real nice watertight seal. Some of my favorite stuff in the world. Not a particularly large bag of it, but that's probably good because I don't even need this for a full vent right now. I just need to gasket a couple smaller things, so this is gonna be good. We've messaged several people on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace that have RV ladders that would fit our van, and honestly my big goal today was to get a ladder on there so I could start doing some work on the roof that I want to do. Obviously I could just go get a regular ladder and do that, but I want a permanent ladder. That's something I want to get done today. But none of them have messaged us back yet, so we're gonna go on to the thrift now. Savers, it is half off Monday, so fingers crossed, find some cheap stuff. If we walk in there and there's somehow an RV ladder, I'm taking my clothes off.
That'd be wild. Just walked in and saw this out of the corner of my eye. I am one kiddie bowl short to having a perfect set. This one is a little dirty, but I think it'll clean up. Might just need to do some elbow grease. I've got 2 nice cat bowls for food and 1 nice cat bowl for water. So this would be another water bowl. It's so pretty.
So many Sing Stars. I'm gonna buy all the Sing Stars at once. I probably would if they were all cheaper. I still need a few for my collection.
Got here a little bit later in the day, so I wasn't expecting to see any cording-ware or Pyrex here at all, which there's not, but that's fine. This is kind of cute, little tart pan. It's kind of looking a little bare in the glass baking section. Bread tins. I want to find a nice set of these, but like big, like mixing bowl size. Maybe not that big, but you know, that big. Just for the van, because taking my Pyrex set in the van is a big no.
I was pretty excited to walk away with this copy of Battlefront 2 I don't have, and it's got a copy of Forza in it. Okay, rip.
So as always, I'm looking for, hello? As always, I'm looking for jeans, so I am over in the jeans section. I'm definitely looking for some white denim. I've not seen anything I'm in love with that I really want to use. There are these that I definitely want to get. Some nice vintage Lee jeans. That color is pretty like uncommon. People tend to like it. And it's only $3, so we'll go ahead and get those. Pretty.
A couple video games stashed over here in the toys. Not a lot on the toy wall. Warden, I've never seen this gun. Never once. And it's broken. No, it's not. Never seen it once. I put all my hopes and dreams into this toy wall. Little Furby action. Probably would be it. We showed up here a little late today. All the good stuff's been got, but we had van stuff to do. It happens. Just a big game.
I promise I'm not sick. I swallowed my water wrong.
It's fine. Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hannah's in the checkout line right now, and I literally just spotted this on the toy wall. I missed it the first time somehow, but luckily I found it, so let's get it to her. Hannah. Donate the rest back. Donating the rest back. I'm just taking the Furby. Nothing else in there we needed.
Nope.
You know what? My heart's actually kind of beating because like you're up there checking out, and I spotted this Green Ranger, and I don't have any of the Green Ranger plushies. So like I was like, oh my god, I gotta get it to her, and I ran up.
You were just in time.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have it. We were just walking out of the Savers and taking a picture for the cover photo, because that's how we get cover photos. Usually we take the coolest thing we find and get a picture in front of the Savers. And a lady walked up and was like, can I get a picture? Well, she said, is that a Green Ranger? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I get a picture too. So if there happens to be a rando woman in our cover photo, no idea who she is, but she liked the Green Ranger.
That was awesome.
That was a first. She was very happy about it. That's so good.
You need to make the cover photo just say, not Hannah.
Yeah, the clickbait for this video should just be, who is this woman? I'll tell you something about this that's actually kind of annoying. I'm not complaining. I'm happy to have found this, but there are 3 different style Power Ranger plush, and each one of those styles come in 3 different sizes. So this is the first and only Green Ranger plush I've ever found. Super ecstatic about that. Right?
Yeah.
Super, super ecstatic. But I just have them all in different sizes. Like I've got this, the Green Ranger in this one, the Yellow Ranger in the big hard head size of this, the Red and Blue Ranger in the middle non-hard head size. It's very frustrating. I'm just kind of bummed now that we didn't get footage of that woman. We got a picture.
Yeah.
It was so good. That was just a great moment.
Should have chit-chatted for a minute.
Yeah, we should have been like, what's up? You like Power Rangers, man? Actually, you know what? Next time that happens, Hannah, if it ever happens again, which it probably won't, just cleverly switch the camera setting over to video and we can still get it because I can get the, you know, I can get the screen grab from it, but we'll at least be like, hey woman, like, you really like Power Rangers? I guess I should have asked her if she wanted it. I mean, it wouldn't have been, I paid $2 for it. It wouldn't have been the worst loss. Odd times outside of Savers. Bonding with randos. I didn't have a mask on or anything. I ripped it off, take the picture. She was just like, she nuzzled right up next to me. Can I get a picture? Time for a really, really quick Home Depot run. I just need a box of nails. I need some small nails. So you just got to get used to Home Depot runs. They're gonna be probably happening daily until this van is good to go. We need some Home Depot. But there's a big old box of nails. Oh, and I'm losing them. That's not good. They're falling right out the bottom. Gonna start doing a little wood paneling, but I gotta move the spare tire first. It's super in the way. First try. All right, spare tire housing is out. Spare tire will go under the bed whenever we get that built. Cut that perfect.
Yay!
There's the first wall. First wall is in. About 15 more to go. We're probably not gonna do all of them today. This was just kind of a test run. This whole panel is pretty easy to just remove and pull back out. But I think we're gonna hit it with a sander and maybe paint it and just kind of observe it for a day or so before we go, yeah, that's the look we're going with. But it's all free wood.
Yay!
I like it. But I'm worn out after one. Time to put the new bars on. Pretty excited about this actually.
Just finished sanding. My hands feel very vibraty, but it looks really good. Nice and smooth. Ooh.
Did you hit the side of it over here?
I didn't hit this board, but I hit these, so okay. Still got to get this one done.
Looks good. I can't come close though because there's just a dust storm. All right, last little thing I want to show you before we wrap this bad boy up. I've had an ongoing saga with bike racks that I found at the Goodwill bins. The first one I found was too short. I raised it up and it was taller and I liked it, but it wasn't perfect because the bikes hang from it rather than sit on it. And then just a couple days ago from the bins, I brought home this, and this was attached to a whole other piece that would make it basically fold up to be out of the way, and then you could fold it down. But of course, whenever it was sitting in the upright position, it blocked my license plate, it blocked my rear view camera. It just wasn't great. So I actually disassembled the flip down mechanism and made it as simple as I can. And now check this out. This is perfect. This is about as low profile, out of the way as it can be. So now that's my bike rack, and when it locks into place, there's just enough room here for Hannah's smaller bike on the inside, my bigger bike on the outside. And of course, when the bikes are on, it kind of blocks my stuff too, but I can live with that. I think it's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. It's way better than the previous things I've had, especially since the bikes will sit on it. But that's a good change. That's just as good a change as those handlebars up front, and a little hard to see now because it's getting dark outside. But our first bit of wood wall. It remains to be seen as to whether or not we're gonna go all around the inside of the step van with the pallets, because that was like, I don't know, 30 or so pallets, and we'll be lucky to get 1.5 more panels, 3-foot wide panels out of that. So it would just require so much work getting those pallets apart if we find more. So I'm definitely probably either gonna do this whole wall with pallets or at least just one more panel, because that's almost the exact amount of space that Hannah's workshop that we're gonna build into here, sewing workshop, is gonna be. So maybe just the workshop area will be the pallets and we'll do the rest with some other kind of wood. I don't know, but I really think it's a good start. And right after Hannah hit it with the sander, it's even better. Let me turn these lights on. I think it looks pretty good. Now that it's sanded down, she knocked it all down to even. And we were gonna kind of paint it white for a real rustic look. But honestly, after sanding, I kind of think I'm just happy with it that way. And Hannah seems to agree, so maybe it'll just be wood panel there. I don't know. We've got a lot more to come, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, going thrifting with us, checking out our van builds. We've got plenty more to come. Every day, we're just trying to knock out just that little bit, and I'm happy with today's accomplishments. So do me a couple favors before we get out of here. We're just a few subs away from 9,000 subs. And I know just because we finally passed that big 9-0, it's gonna jet us towards 10,000. So if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, or go tell your mom to sub, I don't know. Help us get to 10,000. We're gonna perhaps take a 10,000 sub celebration trip in this bad boy when that gets here. So it could be as soon as next month if everyone jumps on board. But I appreciate you guys, I appreciate you watching. Come back tomorrow because we do post daily videos on this channel, and we're gonna do it all again. All over again. Probably some bins or some other Goodwills, and definitely some more van building. So until then, guys, peace out.